Let's head back out now to Matt Gregory, who is, or when we last spoke to him, he was on Hannah Place. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, we're just about a block up from, so Hannah Place kind of divides at Benning Street. So we're on H, but Hannah Place right over my shoulder, that is where the focus of the entire situation has been. And I'm going to show you just kind of over my shoulder, walk you through the scene as we're looking at it right now, because we've been bouncing around the area here in Southeast. And this is kind of where the focus point is, because just off Hannah Place, past that particular Metro bus sign, that's where all the police seem to be stationed along there. It's further back, probably about a half block or so, is the actual home that the man has barricaded himself inside, according to police. Let's just kind of recap for you real quick. This all started earlier this morning when police went with animal control to serve a warrant for animal cruelty. Now, when we were talking with the police chief earlier, and I'm sure many of my colleagues have reiterated this, they said it is customary for police to assist on things like this, especially with animal control. It was upon approaching the home and they could not get the suspect to come out. They were then fired upon, and like you heard Leslie say, 3 of them hit, each one with different injuries, different levels of injuries, but all non-life threatening, and then a 4th officer injured as well. At this point, as we've been going through the investigation, we wanted to hear from the chief of police, really show you sort of, if you missed the press conference, reiterate some of the things she said about the situation as it develops.
And I'm here today just to give you an update on the officer-involved shooting that occurred here this morning. Our officers were assigned to our criminal apprehension unit, responded to the residents here in the 5000 block of Hannah Place Southeast to serve an arrest warrant that was occupied by the Humane Society for Cruelty to Animals around 7:30 a.m. this morning. Our officers attempted to make contact with the individual inside the residence in order to execute the arrest warrant. The individual refused to come outside. As officers attempted to gain entry, the individual fired upon them. A barricade has been declared in this particular incident. Our officers were struck by gunfire, 3 of our officers to be exact. All 3 have been transported with non-life-threatening injuries to our local area hospitals. A 4th officer was also injured but not shot. It was basically for minor injuries. At this time, the individual remains barricaded inside the residence. This remains an active situation, and the individual has continued to fire from that location. We are asking everyone to please stay out of this location until we are able to apprehend the suspect.
Hey, so one of the folks, we just kind of, the soundbite was running, I came over here, and this is George. He lives sort of catty corner to it. George, you're a little far away because we're all kind of blocked off here, but can you tell me what happened this morning from what you were seeing?
I mean, all I was doing was sitting at the table this morning, watching TV. All of a sudden, about 7 or 8 rounds went on.
7, 8 rounds?
Yeah, about something like that, about 7 or 8 rounds.
And what were you thinking when you heard that?
Come outside and see what's going on.
Yeah.
I heard so much.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then, you know, police start coming in. What are you seeing at this point throughout the morning as it develops?
Actually, see about what? 8, maybe 9, then all of a sudden, it was like there's about 50 police cars out here.
50 police cars?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then they started roping it all. And when I came outside, that's what I saw happen.
Yeah.
Once I started hearing the police, all I done was peeked out the window, heard the front, and once I heard the rounds, I couldn't believe it was this early in the morning.
Did you just decide to stay in for the rest of the day, or what are you thinking?
No, I ain't staying in. I got to go out.
Yeah.
You know, but it's happening around here so much, man.
It is?
Yeah. One thing, they need to clean that gas station now. I mean, they hang out all night, all day. They out here when you get up in the morning.
Yeah.
When you go to bed.
And this is this something you grown to expect around here, or what do you think?
I've been here 30 years now. I ain't never expect this.
Yeah.
But it's happening everywhere.
Yeah. Yep. George, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. So as we've been kind of working through it, as you can see, it's the whole situation here is kind of blocked off, where it's difficult to get to folks, to even get to some of the homes around here. We had to talk to George, like you saw there, through the fence. But one of the things I've noticed as we've been here is that there haven't been that many people coming outside right now, whether they've been told to stay in their homes from police or whether or not they are sort of going through the scene themselves just out of fear and staying in their houses. That seems to be the situation. I hear some police sirens going on right now. Not sure if that's related. I'm going to swing you back around, if I could, just real quick to show you the scene one more time before I pass it back to y'all. You can see just kind of over the corner as you get closer in, it's still Hannah Place over there is sort of the main focal point of everything. And I haven't seen any police in tactical gear in a minute, but they're all sort of, they have been moving back and forth in between. So that's what the scene looks like here. I'm sorry for the kind of the different camera movements. I've been working my way around trying to talk to people while we've been here. As you saw, closest we get to George was through the gate. But yeah, guys, it's still a tense situation. As you can see, it's very hard to get people to want to talk about it.
Understandable. You were talking to George. Matt, do you get the sense, because it just seems eerily quiet where you are, do you get the sense from George and others that you've talked to that they are able to come and go as they want?
I mean, not really. They can't really go. It's sort of like you're going to have to take a lot of different roads to get out of here, and to get back in is just as difficult. It just seems like people are going to go how they're going to find their way out no matter what. But it is a situation where, like, it is silent here. Like, you can probably hear. I'm hearing these sirens just a couple blocks up, and there's nobody talking around here. When I was further down at the command center area, that was pretty lively. People were still out there chatting and talking. It is very quiet here. Everyone's just kind of waiting on bated breath to see what happens just across the street. I would say just a block and a half up.
I'm just curious if residents were told, to stay inside, if that was the direction from authorities, because you have nearby schools on lockdown, obviously. But George seemed to, say that he could leave.
He seemed to think that he was able to leave. Right.
What's the messaging there?
Yeah.
All right, Matt, thank you so much. We appreciate that different angle. Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No problem. Oh, no, I was just going to say, I think when it comes to those barricade situations, some of the things they generally do, police do, is houses within the direct vicinity are either evacuated or folks are told to barricade inside. But since we're about a block and a half up, I think that's probably why George was not told that. But he's been here all day and he hasn't had an officer come to his door to talk to him about it. So that's sort of what we've been seeing on the scene, at least.
All right, Matt Gregory reporting live. Thank you.